all those times Trump insulted U.S. veterans and military service. On the first Memorial Day under President Trump, let's take a moment to honor his valiant battles against United States veterans. Trump never served in the military, dodging the Vietnam War with 4 deferments before finally falling back on a medical disquality for bone spurs that kept him out of combat for good. But that didn't stop him from sometimes waging war on those who did serve, or at the notion of military service itself. Less than a year ago, Trump was publicly feuding with a Gold Star family who dared to challenge his candidacy. Today, he is Commander-in-Chief. A moment of silence, please, as we recall Trump's decorated history of dishonoring service. John McCain. In the first campaign controversy that made Trump's White House bid seem doomed, he insulted the Republican senator, and 2008 Republican presidential candidate, who spent more than 5 years suffering as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Trump, who spent those same years working at his father's real estate company, wasn't impressed. "He's not a war hero," he said at an Iowa summit in July 2015. "He was a war hero because he was captured. I like people who weren't captured." Trump would only double down on those comments in the next few days, calling the war veteran yet another alt-talk, no-action politician who has done very little for veterans. Trump never apologized to McCain, and ultimately said he felt no need to because the insults didn't take a hit on his poll numbers. The Khan family. In one of the most surreal conflicts from the 2016 campaign, Trump spent nearly a week disparaging the Gold Star family of Humvees Khan, a Muslim soldier killed in an Iraq suicide attack in 2004. Khan's parents, Kisra and Ghazala, stole the show at the Democratic National Convention when the father challenged Trump's commitment to his country and its armed forces. "Have you ever been to Arlington Cemetery?" Kisra asked. "Go look at the graves of brave patriots who died defending the United States of America. You will see all faiths, genders, and ethnicities. You have sacrificed nothing, and no one." Thus began Trump's battle with the family, and he fought dirty. In the next few days, Trump would suggest Khan's mother remained silent during the DNC speech because, as a Muslim wife, she wasn't allowed to have anything to say. He contended that he, too, had made sacrifices because he created thousands and thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of jobs, built great structures. One of his advisors spread a baseless conspiracy theory that Kisra Khan is a Muslim Brotherhood agent. And in the end, once again, Trump did not apologize. Taking a Purple Heart. Trump couldn't turn a Purple Heart, so he just took one. A veteran in Virginia gave Trump a Purple Heart medal during an August campaign speech, and the would-be commander-in-chief saw no problem in accepting it. "I always wanted to get the Purple Heart. This was much easier," he said. It remained unclear if the medal was authentic, as Trump argued, or a replica, as the veteran said. But veteran groups and Purple Heart recipients slammed Trump for not even thinking twice about keeping the second-hand honor. My personal Vietnam? Trump's only true battle was in the bedroom. Years before running for president, Trump boasted on Howard Stern's show about surviving his brave challenges of sleeping around with women who might have sexually transmitted diseases. "It is a dangerous world out there, it's scary, like Vietnam," he said in a 2004 clip dug up by BuzzFeed News. "It is my personal Vietnam. I feel like a great and very brave soldier." Ripping off vets. Trump has put his money where his mouth is when it comes to show how much he respects vets. Which is to say, very little. In lieu of any service on his own, Trump has sometimes brought his way into veteran affairs by making donations that earned him a spot in, say, a parade or memorial service. But there's little evidence Trump has handed over the war chest of donations he has claimed. Trump spent the first few months of 2016 claiming he sent nearly $6 million to veterans groups nationwide, but Washington Post reporter Paul Farenthold couldn't find any evidence of any donations. After Farenthold asked about the money, Trump held a news conference in May assuring he had sent out his donations. It turned out he sent most of them within a week of the press conference or, in some cases, on the same day Forrenfeld interviewed him about the mystery money. One of his biggest donations, of $1 million, went to the Marine Corps Law Enforcement Foundation, a foundation that gave Trump an award the year before. Trump promised in the campaign that he would take care of America's veterans, which, so far, has proven to be about as half true as his donations were. His proposed federal budget gives the Department of Veteran Affairs an extra $4.3 billion, but it also cuts back on the cost of living adjustments for veteran benefit payouts, and it slashes funds for the Limb Loss Resource Center and Paralysis Resource Center, two organizations that help the VA with veterans suffering those ailments.